All right, we're rolling.
Hello, horror fans. Welcome to Popcorn on the Macabre. You're listening to Dick and the Chatterer,
Hey.
and we're about to watch a sequel.
A sequel?
A very well-known sequel to probably one of the biggest horror franchises
Doll franchises.
in horror history.
Scared the shit out of me as a kid. I was terrified of dolls. After seeing this, every doll seemed to be looking at me.
So, would you say Chucky is probably the scariest doll?
Chucky's the scariest doll. The Puppet Master series? No.
No, and those are different. Those are completely different. Chucky has this fucking legendary persona, like iconic personality. I think a lot of it has to do with Brad Dourif.
Yeah, the voice of Chucky is iconic.
It's fucking great, man. And like, if you ever watch Brad Dourif in any other movie, all you think about is Chucky. That's all you think about, because you hear that voice, and even like watching Brad Dourif and David Lynch's Blue Velvet, you can hear him laugh, and you're just like, oh god, that's fucking Chucky. It's so recognizable. It's just, I love this whole series. I've always said that there hasn't been one bad movie in the whole Chucky series.
Even Seed?
I'm gonna say that Seed is probably one of my least favorites, but I still like it. Like, I still like, a lot of the Chucky movies.
I think I've only seen Seed one time, though.
Yeah, like in the theater.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, dude, I remember seeing Seed of Chucky in the theater, and everybody started fucking cheering when he kills Britney Spears.
I remember seeing Bride.
Bride, yeah, I saw Bride in the theater.
Yeah, and I tell you about how cool it was every time we were walking track.
Yeah. For those who don't know, we, me and Chad went to high school together, and it wasn't the first time I met you.
No.
I've
kind of always known you through our friends, but we had PE together.
That was the first time we hit it off.
Yeah.
Like, that was the, when we would walk the track, and we would talk about Bride of Chucky, because you saw it before I did. Mm-hmm. And, actually I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it when it came out on home video. Yeah.
Would I at that time? No, I had,
and maybe I know you.
I may have watched it on home video first. I just know I saw it. That's
all.
all.
You definitely watched it before I did.
I just wish I could remember if I saw it in the theater or not. I want to say I did, but I don't know.
You definitely saw it before I did, and you would tell me about it. And back then, it's like I didn't get pissed off when you gave me spoilers, because I just thought it was so awesome. I was like, this dude's telling me the whole movie, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, don't talk. If I get talking about movies, I don't even think about spoilers. I just spit them out there.
Yeah, now you give me all kinds of spoilers, and I'm like,
Stop it.
Like we've known each other for so long. I'm like, Chad, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear the spoilers.
Yeah.
But back then I thought it was cool. You were telling me about Bride of Chucky, and around that time it was like, that had to have been 98.
Yeah, we were in high school.
Yeah.
I think it was it 98, 99? Because I think I graduated that year.
And there had been like a good 7-year gap.
Oh yeah.
Between the last Chucky movie to Bride, and so I think we were pretty. We had a boner for Chucky. Like,
we became friends in track.
Yeah, and that was, it's a moment I'll never forget, because these movies to me, I know I say this all the fucking time, but they take me back to my childhood, and I say that probably about every classic horror film. But and to me, these are classics.
How old were you when you saw this movie?
Part 2.
Mm-hmm. Where was this in your?
I saw it when it first came out, and I still remember like the whole ad campaign, or at least let me just say the tagline, because I saw this shit in video stores, and that tagline, "Sorry Jack, Chucky's back," fucking great. Like, I was all over this movie, and I remember my mom was a little reluctant. She still let me rent it, but she was worried, because I think there was...
your mom worried for once about what you were watching?
Yeah. And it was... I was like...
Shame on you, Darcy.
Mom, yeah, I was like, Mom, come on, it's a fucking doll. Who cares? I've watched, like, rape and torture and cannibal holocaust and all that shit. But I saw, like, way worse movies before.
Yeah, you saw shit that you had no clue. It was way over your head.
Yeah. But yeah, we're about to dive into Child's Play 2. And, and by the way, we're watching the DVD. The old Universal DVD, because the Blu-rays don't have a fucking setup menu.
Yeah, it seemed like they just auto-started on us.
Cheap motherfuckers. But
Who's the writer of this?
this was written by, I believe, Don Mancini.
Okay.
I think no. You know, come to think of
Is
it,
Don Mancini the Chucky, the original?
I mean, he's the mastermind behind Chucky. I mean,
invent.
But let's see.
You know what makes Chucky? I think. Shit, that's the whole statement was going to be slurred and fucked backwards. But, like, he looks like the old My Buddy doll. My buddy, and me.
And
So it like makes it hit a little bit, closer to home.
My
when
buddy
we were,
and kid sister.
Yeah,
I remember that shit.
Yeah, well, he has that doll look instead of just the little porcelain dolls and shit. This is more like the doll, like the My Buddy, and that was the only cool doll you could have as a boy, as a kid,
Yeah, because you couldn't buy the real Chucky doll.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you couldn't buy an actual good guy doll.
Right.
I mean, and I remember a buddy of mine had My Buddy, and we always compared it to Chucky.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it looked just fucking like him.
I mean, I scared one of my relatives in Alabama while she was eating. We took a doll and put a knife in its hand and made it beat on the back window and scared the shit out of her.
Yeah.
But
you were asking about the writer.
yeah,
Don Mancini or Don Mancini. I think it's Don Mancini. He did write this, but this is directed by John Lafia.
okay.
So I was thinking John Lafia wrote this, but he actually just directed it. But John Lafia was a writer for the first film.
What John Lafia go on? Has he done anything?
He went on to do Man's Best Friend. You remember
the dog movie?
The dog movie.
Is Lance Henriksen in that one?
Lance Henriksen.
Oh
yeah.
man, I remember seeing that. That's a good movie.
That was a staple of the '90s, of the early '90s. Yeah.
That's one of the good. It's like Cujo, and then I'll go to that. When it comes to like crazed dogs.
Yeah. But
are you ready? I'm ready to go on this ride.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Is the audience ready? They better be fucking ready.
I hope everybody has fucking veiny hard erections right now, because I mean, they totally should. Yeah. I mean, I'm full on hard.
You're excited.
Yeah, I mean, because I love part 2. I will have to say that this is probably one of the best sequels in any horror franchise.
I agree.
I hold it right up there with the original, and I can't tell you guys right now if I like it better than the original. I'll have to watch it, and it always kind of changes for me. But I'll just go on record and say that I fucking love this movie, guys.
Yeah, it didn't take 3 movies to Freddy really kicked off at the 3rd one.
Yeah.
Chucky kicks off in the 2nd one.
At this point, they knew they had a fucking character, an iconic character. But anyway,
let's
Yeah,
let's rock out with our cocks out.
Yeah. So we're on the setup menu right now. I'm going to do my countdown. I'm going to say now, and we're going to play the movie. Get ready, guys. In 3, 2, 1, now. And Chad's going to take us into the movie with the flick of a lighter. And here we're seeing the Universal logo.
Universal, man.
Yeah, and I remember this classic, I believe that was the 75th anniversary Universal logo. I remember seeing this a lot when I was a kid, because around this time, Kindergarten Cop came out, and then you
had... This is my favorite.
Yeah. Kindergarten Cop came out, and then you had Problem Child. And I believe they were all Universal films, and I just remember seeing this a lot when I was a kid.
Who put out the best horror?
Around this time, I mean, it was probably Universal and New Line Cinema. I mean, those were probably two.
They were doing the Jasons, or not Jasons. Fuck, Freddy Krueger movies.
Yeah, and New Line Cinema also did Man's Best Friend too. I mean,
when did Lionsgate come in? I remember seeing Bloodlines in the theater, and it was a Lionsgate.
Yeah, Lionsgate's been around for a while, but...
They kind of fell off of the horror, didn't they?
But, well, I mean, they still do it, but they were heavy in the DVD game, like in the probably late 90s, early 2000s.
Dude, this is an epic beginning.
Yes. Don't fuck with the Chuck.
I mean, I just like how they put him back together. It's like they have him, they clean him up.
Yes. Well, because he got butchered to shit in the first one.
When does he not?
Yeah. He gets shot a lot, and Although I don't think he gets shot in this one.
Where are we in this one? Do you know where this takes place?
I believe. Okay, this. Somebody was saying that this movie was filmed in Chicago.
I want to say Chicago,
But I mean, and I think that was Chicago that we're seeing. But most of this movie was filmed in like Pasadena and Los Angeles. But I think just for like the opening credits when they showed that like the train, I think that was just Chicago.
Look at them cleaning them all up.
Yeah, man.
If only, oh God, if they knew what they were bringing back.
They have no idea.
Now, when with talking about franchise villains, is this probably
And Brad Dourif as the voice of Chucky.
the best way that any franchise character has been brought to life? I mean, this makes way more sense than getting brought back to life with lightning.
Yeah.
And a dog piss.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like...
Well, I like how they're establishing everything in the opening credits.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a lot of opening credit sequences anymore like this. I mean, hell, most movies nowadays don't even have opening credits.
I know, you've been saying that.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, this is a good way to kick this movie
That's what
off.
the opening credits are for. It's for showing you stuff, so you don't have to, like, do it through dialogue expeditions. Let's go on a dialogue expedition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Exposition, yes.
Exposition.
Yes.
Everything has a meaning. Isn't like the first 15 pages of a script is for showing who the characters are through their actions.
Yeah, yeah. And what I like is this one just kind of just kicks right off. Like, we all know who Chucky is. We're excited to see him. And,
he's getting his fresh kicks.
Because, yeah, in the first one, he's so mysterious. Like, they don't show him.
It's scary. It's like every good first film for a horror franchise.
I think so. Yeah, it lays the groundwork, and there's also a mystery to the first one too, because like for a while, there's almost like you think it's Andy, you think it might be Andy too.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
The way that they shoot certain scenes, but I mean,
okay, we're gonna have to.
I mean,
that's a later podcast there.
Oh yeah, we'll do a commentary for the first one too. Folks.
Oh, here comes these motherfuckers.
Yeah, these corporate fucking tight asses. Yeah,
we're not responsible. I feel like
this guy looking like fucking Leslie Nielsen or Peter Graves.
Yeah, I kind of thought I was watching. Okay, I give you that, but put them in RoboCop and they're about to go in the bathroom. Scene where they're pissing.
This reminds me of RoboCop.
It's OCP.
Yeah, at the beginning, Omni Consumer Products.
Yeah.
This fucking asshole on the right. The white-haired dude, he doesn't die in this one, but like even though you want him to, because he's such a fucking dick. But he dies in the third one. Remember his death at the beginning of the third one? He finally fucking gets it, and it's great.
I've smoked too much hashish.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, so you don't remember the opening of the third one?
No, I really, I was telling you earlier, I really don't. I'm not a big fan of the third one.
Well, yeah, but it has an awesome opening where like this dude's in the high rise.
Okay, you're bringing it back.
He's in his office, and
you're bringing it back.
Chucky busts out of the box and strangles him, and Anyway, that's part 3. We're here to talk about part 2.
Yeah. Oh man, when you're just waiting for it. You know he's gonna come to life here.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
Dude, this movie was released on November 9th of 1990, and did you know it was number 1 at the box office?
I can see it. Well, I mean, this is the era to go see good porn movies. Porn movie. Porn movie.
Porn.
My mouth is dry.
You got some kind of fucking like doll fetishes I don't know about?
No, horror. Let me fuck, I've got caught.
Yeah. I know what you meant. I know what you really meant.
As they jam eyes into his open sockets.
Yeah. I mean, this is a pretty cool opening.
Dude, it's epic.
I'm not like a big fan of that opening, even though it's cool.
Don't go breaking my heart.
I just think it's a little. They were trying to establish too much that like, oh hey, this one's way bigger budget than the last one, and we're
okay.
we're gonna
Dude, come on the fun factor, awesome factor. Come on, that was awesome.
I mean, it was cool, but it's almost like they're just like hitting you over the head with the fact that they're going to raise the bar. And here we have Alex Vincent reprising his role as little Andy Barkley.
It was nice seeing him come back and
Yeah,
in Cult.
yeah, he kind of comes around full circle.
Yeah, well,
you know?
I kind of wish they would have had. I liked Andy character.
He's almost like the Tommy Jarvis of this series.
Yeah.
And it's weird that he didn't like branch out, and he really didn't do much. He didn't really grow up to be an actor.
Well,
I mean, I guess now he's doing stuff in the...
yeah, well, he's trying to come out.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably one of those kids that was like, fuck, I don't want to be known for this shit my whole life. I want to go to school and...
Whatever. If it was me, I would have been like, yeah, I'm that Chucky dude.
Yeah, oh, dude, I would own it. I'm like, I'd be like, I'm fucking Andy Barkley.
But then we also weren't child actors put to the pressures of working.
Exactly, yeah.
We weren't thrown into work until we graduated high school.
We weren't treated like whores.
Yeah. My childhood was fun, and I mean, they would have been fun shit. I would have just...
Dude, I love this part right here where the dude's like, stick him up your ass. What a fucking dick.
Uh-oh. Who did the music for this? Anybody? Do you know?
Oh, the music. It's interesting you bring that up.
Did you hear the...
Yeah, Graham Revell did the music for this. That dude's pretty fucking legendary.
Oh, yeah?
Tell
me about it.
If you look him up, Graham Revell, I'm trying to remember... Well, I know he came back to do Bride of Chucky. And it's interesting because, Chucky's never really had a fucking theme. Chucky's never had a theme. Like,
really?
Like when you... Well, like you watch a Freddy movie, you watch a Jason movie, for the most part, any horror icon has their own theme music. I mean, Michael Myers.
Okay, we're talking theme music. My bad. I got thinking like theme of the movie.
Oh no,
no, dude. I was like, okay, I'm high. Let's get into this.
No, man. I thought we were talking about music.
Yeah, my bad. I got entranced when you said theme, so I was like, yeah, let's talk about the underlying themes.
Well, yeah, this guy Graham Revell, he did the music for Dead Calm, the movie with Nicole Kidman, that horror film, which had a really memorable score.
What year?
He did The Crow. He did music for The Crow.
Whoa, one of my favorites.
Yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn. He even did the music for Pineapple Express. And
you're blowing my mind right now.
Yeah,
it's going.
Yeah, and I'll have to say that this one and the music for part 1 was good, but I don't remember who did it. But I like the music in this movie. I wish that they would have had a theme for Chucky, like when he's around, he's lurking.
But maybe that's what makes it scarier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of unpredictable. Like,
I mean, Jaws even had a theme, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the fact that they went with pretty traditional scores in this movie, I don't know. I guess it switches it up a little bit, and like maybe you're not supposed to know when Chucky's about to strike.
Right.
Oh shit.
Dude, I think one of my favorite Chucky scenes is in this movie. I'll have to see.
What would
I
that be?
don't want to miss it. I think there's a car scene. Is there a car scene in this one where he's driving a car or somebody?
Oh yeah, towards the end.
Yeah, I think that's one of like my favorite scenes in of all the Chucky movies.
Yeah. Is it when he like flies through the windshield?
I don't know. I'll have to see.
Okay.
Well, I have this faint image of it, and I just don't know which one it's from.
Or is it when he's in the back seat of the fucking car and he's like, and he holds that water gun to the dude's head and he's like, "Now park this piece of shit."
We'll have to see. Hey, he kind of resembles the kid from The Shining in that with that sweater coming in and shit like that.
Yeah. Really... And dude, I was going to say another thing about this movie. I love how it uses a lot of wide-angle lenses. And if you notice when you watch the movie, there's a lot of wide-angle shots. The DP was a dude named Stefan Zapsky.
Ooh, he is a double penetrator.
And and I think the same year that he shot this movie, he was shooting Edward Scissorhands.
Whoa!
So yeah, It's pretty cool.
Man.
He did a lot of work with Tim Burton, like Ed Wood. I think he shot Batman Returns. But this movie has a very unique look to it. This doesn't look like the first one. But I mean, just watch the whole movie, dude. There's a lot of wide angle shots. It's pretty fucking cool.
Well, I think that's a part of why this is my favorite.
Really?
Yeah,
You've already made up your mind. Huh?
I like the first one, but man, this is just, I guess, cool factor look maybe.
Yeah.
Because you said Edward Scissorhands what?
Well, I mean, yeah, the cinematographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, shot Batman Returns. I mean, this movie has production value. It had some really good people working on it.
Would you say it was early in their careers? Yeah.
I would say for most of them, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of what.
Now, the foster parents, Garrett Graham and Jenny Agutter,
Yeah.
they had already been around the block. They'd done some shit already.
Okay. Was this their daughter? Who is this?
Yeah, Christine Elise, also known as Christine Elise McCarthy. She was on 90210 back in the day.
Oh.
And she was also, I think she even fucking directed a couple episodes of Beverly Hills 90210.
Dude, what if this was like Christina Applegate?
She kind of looks like Christina
I
Applegate.
know. That's what I was like, man, what if Christina... That's what...
You know, she reminds me of Christina Applegate from fucking Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Mm-hmm. She kind of has that same look. You know, dude, I'm friends with her on Facebook, man. She's a cool chick. Do you remember the foster mom, Jenny Agutter? She was in An American Werewolf in London. Yeah, she played the...
that foster mom?
Mm-hmm. She played the love interest in American Werewolf in London.
Did I just see the kid from The Shining?
Yeah. Little Danny.
Yeah. Dude. Look at all those toys, man.
Yeah, doesn't he find a fucking Chucky
doll right here?
Yeah, he finds a good guy doll.
Yeah, not a Chucky doll, the good guy
yeah,
doll.
it's a Tommy doll.
Yeah.
Tommy. Eat dirt, Tommy. Do you remember that part?
No, I'm just getting scared right here because this is what I felt all the time.
I love how they shoot it because you know something's up there.
Dude, that's how it was with the Alf, man. I'm terrified of Alf, and that's what it was like for me.
Yeah, Chad has an innate fear of fucking Alf,
and he was a doll.
So you guys know,
and it probably came from if you probably look deep into it, it probably came from these movies.
That's probably one of your biggest inherent fears, isn't it? Or dolls.
Dolls, yeah,
yeah.
I'd have to say so.
But do you think? I mean, you think that they came from these movies?
Maybe. Like, I didn't realize it, but I've seen these and be scared of these movies, and then all of a sudden I get this Alf doll that's fucking freaking me out because he's staring at me with his like black eyes.
Yeah.
But
I like how this dude just gave up on his umbrella.
Yeah. Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah. You motherfucker. You're gonna have to ride in the back seat, bud.
Yeah, you know why he's gonna kill him, right? Because he just did that. He just fucking pissed him off.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
dude. Yeah. Anybody that like manhandles Chucky and they start like
they pretty much rape him.
Yeah.
Doll rape, throw him around.
They do. They fucking like he's banging into walls and shit, and they're always holding him by like one arm and pulling his arm out of socket and shit. That's a cool shot right there.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and that's another thing. I think I like the shots in this one better than I do the first one.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's more artistic.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
No. You're right. I mean,
the composition is just so much better.
I think the fact that they did have, that DP Stefan Zapsky, the fact they had him, because I can't remember who shot the first one, but also Tom Holland directed the first one too. So Tom Holland to me is he's a good director. Like, he's going to make sure that he composes his shots well, and but I think he takes more of a traditional approach. Whereas this movie, is almost trying. It's trying to be flashy. It's trying to let you know that there's some style behind the lens.
Right. I agree.
Fucking Chuck, man.
And yeah, dude, I'm getting chills right now. Like, there's something about Chucky. I have dreams about Chucky. Like, he's the main. If there's one the only horror icon I've ever had dreams of, it's Chucky. I've been haunted by him in my nightmares.
Yeah. Even more than Freddy, huh?
I've never had a dream about Freddy or Jason.
Yeah.
It's always Chucky.
Dude, I think this whole fucking movie was shot on like an 8mm lens or something.
The animatronics, dude, are amazing.
Oh, yeah. The animatronics were done by Kevin Yeager. Kevin Yeager, the guy who did the makeup for Freddy Krueger. He was in a lot of the... he did a lot of the animatronics work. He ended up marrying fucking Catherine Hicks from the first movie.
Oh.
The chick who played Barkley's mom.
Right.
He married her. And supposedly she was on set when they were doing this movie, but of course she didn't reprise her role. That's probably one of my biggest complaints about this movie is the fact that she didn't come back. The cop, the detective, Chris Sarandon, he didn't come back.
I agree. It would have been a good tie, good link.
Yeah. But, the foster family thing's pretty cool. I mean, it's okay, but I liked the relationship between Andy and his mom in the first one.
So I guess since he's with the foster, why is he with the foster? Did he get taken from his parents?
Yeah.
Or did his parents just turn him over?
They kind of it was the producer David Kirshner. He was one of the producers, and he suggested to Don Mancini, I think is who it was. He suggested the whole foster home setting because the fact that they weren't able to get Catherine Hicks to play her role, I think they just wrote it in like she had to go to a psychiatric ward or something, and she got her kid taken away. So, now park this piece of shit. Fucking love it.
How many lines do you think you know in this movie?
I know it. I know it pretty well. I mean,
all right, let's see how many Chucky lines you can quote, and then.
I honestly don't know, man. Like, I know when
certain ones.
I know when they occur, but
we could just make a little game out of this.
Yeah.
Then they can tell us.
Yeah.
Could be another shot thing, even though we don't encourage drinking.
Yeah. How about every time Chucky says "fuck"?
Okay, if you can you hit those?
Or how about anytime Chucky says "Andy" or "fuck"? You guys have to take shots. That'll be the drinking game for tonight.
How close does he get to completing the curse?
The curse? Oh, the...
whatever.
Ade due dembala.
If I try to say that, I start scatting like corn. That was probably like the worst corn impression ever.
Dude, I love Chucky's laugh, man.
Well, yeah, dude. He's having fun. Deep down, Charles Lee Ray is having fun in Chuck, like inside there.
Yeah.
Like just get inside the mind of Chucky, and you're in a doll now, and you can pretty much kill at will, and nobody's gonna really believe it's the doll.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, I think that Charles Lee Ray just has an addiction to killing.
Yeah,
I don't really think he enjoys being in the doll because...
it allows him to do his killing.
Yeah, but the reason why I say that, he doesn't like that vessel that he's in, because he's constantly trying to... Throughout this whole series, he's trying to get the fuck out of that body.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not going to say that he's not having a little bit of fun along the way.
Because he can't die.
There are certain advantages to being a doll.
When he laughs, dude, that's how I'm having fun.
Yeah. That's just because he's fucking killing folks. Man, yeah, she's a good actress, dude. Jenny Agutter. Yeah, she was also in this movie by Nicholas Roeg called Walkabout, which if you haven't seen that, check it out. It's fucking good. It's a Criterion Collection movie.
She has a very nice look.
Yeah.
She's very attractive.
She's hot, man. I think you even see her tits in American Werewolf.
Then I've seen them.
There's a good scene between her and David Naughton, like in the shower.
It's weird though. Like when she first bust up on the scene in this movie, I kind of thought I saw the chick from The Conjuring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, whoa! I had to do a double take.
Which chick from The Conjuring?
Is it the Farmiga?
Oh, Vera Farmiga. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's hot.
mm-hmm. Dude, just listen to the sound, the score with the humming.
The humming, yeah.
And the lightning.
Yeah, this is very atmospheric. And I love how you just flat out see Chucky. This motherfucker's already in the house.
Yeah, talk about that shot. Look at how that shot went. It went down the stairs. You went down and came around and he was down there.
Yeah. I like how his first victim too. Well, not his first victim, but he kills Tommy. He kills Tommy like, and this is how much he loves killing, because he kills Tommy like he's a sentient being.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just like, shut the fuck up, man.
Well, he's got to kill him so he can take over his place.
Yeah, and dude, that fucking doll, that Tommy doll, was supposedly named after Tom Holland.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's a nice little trivia. I just learned something today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I liked how he buried him here.
Yeah. Eat dirt, Tommy.
Dude, the animatronics, man, that's what makes this movie. Those animatronics is what makes the belief that a doll can be alive.
Yeah. They're very good. They're very cutting edge. I remember seeing a documentary on this shit whenever I was younger, seeing it on TV, and I was like, fuck.
Why don't they do that now? I would love to see magic. An animatronic doll or monster now.
I think it's the money. I mean, and I was actually kind of disappointed. As much as I like Curse of Chucky,
mm-hmm.
I was so disappointed that, you know, there was a lot of CGI. And you know, back when they made these movies, they had the budgets.
And it's what made it believable. Those animatronics is what put the fear in me as a kid by watching it, because that looked like what a doll would be like. If I picture that's what a doll would be like. My Alf doll was like that.
Well, and the CGI to me just dilutes it. It completely just takes you out of the movie.
Look. I like this little shot.
Yeah.
Well, and I like the colors in it.
Mm-hmm. And there's a split between them too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the composition in this movie is fucking spot on, dude. You'll notice there's really, really cool shots, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Andy with his first cigarette.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I like how this has nothing to do with the plot either. This is just kind of setting up this whole relationship between him and Kyle. And
well, yeah, because
he smokes his first fucking cig with her.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're growing together for what's going to happen later.
Yeah.
This is when the story's being told through movements instead of saying it. You know, you're learning and seeing them bond. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's a bonding scene for them.
Well, yeah, and she kind of resembles his mom a little bit too.
Right, and he is looking for that.
Yeah, like she kind of looks like his mom. She's got the short blonde hair. All right, dude. So, time out. Fucking Garrett Graham here. I got to talk about this dude, Garrett fucking Graham.
Well, hold up. Okay.
So, I may be talking...
Educate me.
Yeah, I may be talking about the dude for a few minutes, but that's Bud the Chud. That is Bud the fucking Chud. Garrett Graham is a legend to me. He was in Brian De Palma's Phantom of the Paradise. And he also was in the Robert Zemeckis movie with Kurt Russell called Used Cars. And he plays such a different fucking role in this movie. Like, there's not an ounce of humor with this character that he plays. Well, dude, this is another shot that I love. I'm sorry, I love this shot. It's such a super wide angle lens, and it looks beautifully really distorted. Cool. Anyway, I'm sorry. I told you I wasn't.
Oh, God.
I wasn't going to digress.
Yeah,
talking about Garrett Graham.
No.
But dude, Garrett Graham though, and I just found this out recently, but like Garrett Graham was he wrote rock music in the 70s.
Oh.
And he was a writer for VH1's Pop-Up Video.
I used to watch that all the time.
He was a writer for a lot of Disney's animation projects, like like The Little Mermaid. And
Wow.
he wrote some Grateful Dead lyrics. He wrote lyrics for the Grateful Dead, like I think maybe just for a couple songs, but the fact that like he got to work with Brian De Palma, and dude, he's just a good fucking actor, man. And if you haven't seen him in Used Cars with Kurt Russell, I mean, he steals the movie. He's just like perfect sidekick character. He provides all the comic relief, which is when you see him in this movie, he plays it so straight. And I'm used to seeing that dude in like pretty wacky roles. But yeah, Bud the Chud, fucking Garrett Graham, great actor.
Do you want me to really tell you what I saw when I first saw him?
What?
I thought he was the dude from the bad guy from Howard of Duck.
Howard of Duck.
I can't even fucking think. But the bad guy.
You're talking about Jeffrey Jones.
Yeah, and then you went off on that guy, and I was like, "Yep, I guess it is not Jeffrey Jones."
Yeah, no.
Man.
Yeah, you're talking about fucking Ed Rooney, Dean of Students.
Yeah.
And Ferris Bueller.
Oh man, I would have loved to just be on this set to watch them make this movie. The Chucky movies, like 1, 2, maybe 3. I would really just like to have been on set to witness the doll come to life, seeing how they did the movie magic edits.
And the first one would have been cool, but the second one though, like when they get to the toy factory at the end.
Oh yeah,
dude, that's fucking epic.
Do you think this kid just was terrified of dolls? Do you think he had any kind of nightmares from making these movies
in real life?
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's different when you're on a movie set.
I would, if I was the animatronic guys, I would probably try to scare that kid.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
I'd put it down and walk him up there while he's like eating his lunch and go, "Hey, son of a bitch!"
I'm sure there was all kinds of pranks played, man.
I wouldn't have liked to have been on this set because I would have probably got spooked.
Yeah. Well, dude, have you ever seen like doll movies? Have you ever seen a movie called Magic with Anthony Hopkins?
Oh.
And it was directed by Richard Attenborough.
You have it?
I do have it. Yeah, it was written by William Goldman. Fucking great movie, but it makes you, it creeps you out because if you'd never had like any kind of fear about like ventriloquist dummies.
Oh, if it's a ventriloquist dummy, I might like that.
Yeah, when you watch Magic, you'll be fucking terrified of them.
I need to check that out.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's directed by John Hammond from Jurassic Park.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a lot of good there.
Yeah. And it's written by William Goldman. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to say my whole, I don't like stuffed animals, and it came from this.
Yeah.
The funny thing is I try to scare my kids with their stuffed animals.
Do you?
Yeah.
You fucking sadist.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, man.
They end up just liking it. It's like a puppet show. It turns into a puppet show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've never understood why, why is he so stifled from the socks in his mouth?
Yeah, I'm too high for that question.
So, these movies really did scare you, though, right?
Oh, yeah, dude, Chucky scared me. If there was one, it was Chucky and Freddy that really put fear into me.
See, I actually
Jason and Michael Myers, I was like, no. But these,
dude,
dreams or all the supernatural, I don't like going to camps, though. I don't like being in the woods around lakes. So, I guess Jason left a little something there.
Yeah, I was more, I always thought Chucky was funny. Like, to me, when I was a kid, I thought he was just fun. I was actually never really scared of him. I was more scared of the lecherous fucking bum in the alley in Child's Play. Like
Oh,
the
really?
first one when he like starts like trying to rape Catherine Hicks. You remember he's like, "It's all you got? It's all you got? No, you got a lot."
No, yeah.
And
All I
then
remember is
that dude creeped me out. But I've always been scared of like humans. You know, and anytime I
oh
saw,
yeah, you're yeah.
yeah, like real life killers,
Yeah, no,
serial
I'm
killers, and like the like when I see dolls and supernatural stuff, it doesn't scare me. But that's one of the things I love about horror, though. I have fun with it.
oh
It-
dude, yeah. You remember when I scared Lyric with your Chucky doll and
yeah,
we recorded?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was funny. I'll have to put that up with this.
And has your son has he seen? Has your son seen all these movies or just a few of them?
You've seen probably bits and pieces. I know he did quit. He was watching this and was so into it until it got to the teacher scene. Isn't this with the school teacher?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
he got so upset when Chucky killed the teacher. But I think he was like
Dude,
four when he watched this, or
yeah.
five.
I must have been a sick fuck because when I saw that teacher die, I was just
Oh, dude, I was that thing. These movies terrified me.
yeah. I just thought it was the most awesome thing ever. Which may have been the reason why my mom was a little reluctant to let me see these movies. She probably thought I was getting a little too obsessed with them. You know.
Yeah, these movies brought that fear, that emotion out of fear for me. You know, which like I don't get now from modern
Right.
horror.
No.
But yeah, it was just Freddy and I guess supernatural. I'm always been just a supernatural kind of guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
sneaky
the
little.
dangling legs.
That's pretty cool.
And
That
yeah,
was pretty cool.
I bet that was such a simple effect too. Really, if you think about it, it was probably just like the lower half of his body just attached to the bus, and
Pull it up.
yeah. And supposedly, what's his name? Kevin Yeager had to direct a few scenes. We were talking about like the animatronics of Chucky and how just complicated it would have been. Supposedly, he had to actually direct a few scenes because the director couldn't figure out how to do certain.
Did they do any actual, I guess, stunt work like they did? Did they have an actual like little person actor for this one?
I know they did in the first one.
Okay, but you don't know about.
I
this
don't
one?
know about this one.
Whoa, that chick looks familiar.
Yeah, this is she's an actress named Beth Grant.
She's not in like those like Office series, is she?
I don't know. I just remember her from Speed. You remember she was in Speed?
I think it'd be interesting. I might have to look that up and find out.
Yeah. Get lost, microchip. Fucking Miss Kettlewell.
Did you say microchip?
Yeah, that's what he called the bully. Called him a fucking microchip.
Dude, yeah, I gotta totally find out about this chick. She
Dude.
looks so familiar.
Well, she was in Speed, and she was also in Donnie Darko.
Dude, I just watched Donnie Darko like 2 weeks ago.
Did you? Well, that's probably where you know her from.
You're probably right. Like, but is she still acting today though? Isn't she?
Oh yeah, and dude, the interesting story about her is she had reservations about taking this role,
What's her name? The actress's name?
Beth Grant. But she had reservations about taking this role, and then she was friends with Dinah Manoff. The babysitter chick from the first one.
Yeah.
She
Little
was-
Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, dude, she's been around the block, man. But she didn't want to take this role at first because she had never really done like a whole lot of horror.
Or
And but she was friends with Dinah Manoff, and she didn't know that Dinah Manoff apparently was in the first Chucky movie. So, and she was just talking to her about it, and Dinah Manoff was like, "Well, I was in the first one, so, and then I guess that's when she accepted the role." I thought that was a pretty cool story.
yeah, dude, she's been in a lot.
She's been in a shit. Yeah, I mean, she's a character actress.
She's not who I thought she was. I'll listen to music there.
Yeah, it's very,
It's
very.
it's like some chimes.
Very whimsical.
That's what I like scores. Did you hear the wind with it and everything?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's on the. I'm really gonna send this one.
Could you please get over Beth Grant,
Dude,
sir?
no, she was in the Mindy Project.
Oh, okay.
That's where I knew her from.
Okay.
My wife beat that one down. Me.
Yeah. Well, I just remember her.
She's really funny though in Mindy. Like she plays a really angry old kind of woman, drunk.
Yeah. She normally typically plays those kind of characters, but I remember her from Speed. Remember when she was the chick that like got blown up on the bus when she tried to get off? She was that chick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor thing. Yeah, dude, this scene terrified my son. He got so worked up.
Dude, I wanted the fucking teacher to die, man.
Well, she's kind of got that. She's kind of got that witchy kind of bitchy.
She does. She's very, very dominant. Like I never had teachers this mean.
No, when I was in school, the students were mean to the teachers.
I like this little handheld.
Ooh, listen to that music.
Yeah.
What is that? Violins?
Yeah, little screeches. Mm. Yeah, I like this little handheld. These handheld movements we have in this scene. Still with the wide angle lens too. That's there's a very consistent look in this movie.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like it.
It has a signature look.
I also feel like I'm watching Child's Play. I'm watching Child's Play, but Problem Child for some reason.
For some reason, I have a feeling I'm watching Child's Play too.
It's my brain cells right now. They're going backwards.
Oh, you said Problem Child.
Yeah, right? I feel like I'm watching Problem Child.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're both Universal movies, and they both came out the same year. This movie and Problem Child came out the same year.
Yeah, I'm just getting a really Problem Child vibe.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Like Chucky's got red hair. Mm-hmm. Junior from Problem Child's got red hair.
Problem Child, was it wide angle lenses? Did they use that in there, or do you know?
I have no idea.
Oh, dude, yeah, this right here, this made my son cry.
Yeah, dude. But there's some like 6 degrees of fucking Kevin Bacon shit with Child's Play and Problem Child, because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Problem Child was made the same year as this movie. You got John Ritter that was in Bride of Chucky, and he was in Problem Child. I don't know.
Holy shit. You just 6 degrees, or you put them together in 3.
I mean, there's certain connections. They're both Universal films. And, Junior and Chucky both have red hair. That's probably the only similarities I see with Problem Child, but...
Can you imagine having foster parents? Like, I would be scared of them.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Maybe it's because I watched these movies.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever feel at home, with a foster family. And I don't think Andy really does.
And then, poor kid, they send him off to freaking boot camp. Nobody wants him.
No. Just like that old motherfucker in part 3 says, Andy Barkley is ancient history. Nobody remembers him. And nobody cares.
Poor kid.
Yeah. Kind of sad, isn't it?
I'd like to meet him. I wonder if he goes.
Yeah, I think he shows up at horror cons. I may be mistaken, but I think actually, yeah, I think he's at Texas Frightmare. I don't know if that's
this new one.
Yeah, the upcoming Texas Frightmare. I think he's going to be there with Christine Elise from this movie.
Oh man, that'd be nice.
And maybe fucking, it'd be nice to get Brad Dourif. Meet Brad Dourif.
Do you think the series is passing it off to his daughter?
Maybe. I like her character, Fiona Dourif.
Well, it'd be nice to have the daughter carry on the legacy for the movies.
Yeah.
I like that.
You like what?
I liked how the room looked. I like the set design.
Oh yeah, set decoration's good.
I like the set, the color.
Yeah.
That's what I get into these movies. I guess it is the cool shots, but then you see like the set design.
Well, this cinematographer is great. I mean, he's worked. I mean, obviously, if you work with Tim Burton,
That's what. Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have a pretty artistic eye.
Yeah. Yeah. If he wants you.
And a taste for like lighting and blocking, composition. I always kind of like that message in this movie, where she's like, the only person you can count on is yourself. That's so true.
Yeah, she's like, she's learned and she's trying to help him out.
She's helping him grow because in the first movie, Andy was kind of weak. Mm-hmm. He was pretty weak. I mean, there was a lot of people kind of helping him fight Chucky. You had his mom, and then you had Detective Norris, Chris Sarandon's character. But Andy was kind of, he just wasn't a fully fleshed out character for me like he was in this one. In this one, he really stands strong, and he's like...
Well, yeah, he fought him. He knows who he is now.
Yeah.
Remember, he was brainwashed by Chucky. He thought Chucky was his best friend.
Yeah, in the first one, yeah, he was. He was.
And then all of a sudden his parents are attacking him. He's like, man, my parents are jealous of Chucky.
Yeah.
But now, no.
I love in the first one how he's like, Chucky said Aunt Maggie was a real bitch and got what she deserved. That's one of my favorite lines.
He's kind of Nancy, didn't he now, man? Look, he went and got the freaking shit. He's ready to cut up, slice and dice.
Oh, yeah. He's not afraid in this one.
No.
He's really tired of Chucky's shit. You say he was like Nancy? Like,
yeah. He's going after him, man.
Yeah.
Nancy goes after fucking Freddy.
Yeah.
I've turned that into a thing now. It's gone Nancy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hashtag gone Nancy.
Yeah. Yeah, Nancy did take charge against Freddy.
And the kid went straight for the fucking turkey cutter.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really not afraid of Chucky in this one.
What's that music, man?
I mean, he doesn't want to play fucking Hide the Soul, man.
See, I think this is another thing that scared me was the music. It really
it
sets an unnerving tension.
Yeah. And
you don't know when it's going to happen.
No. And part 3 had some good music too, from what I remember. But
yeah, I just remember the boot camp.
Yeah, but part 3 had this music that kind of tied into the whole boot camp theme. Like there was a lot of military type music, with snare drums and shit. But this one actually has a classic, orchestral type score.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what it is. It's the orchestra type score. I think the orchestra. Orcas. My mouth is so dry I can't say the word. But I think I like that kind of scoring with an orchestra.
It has to fit.
I am saying that right.
Yeah, you got it. It has to fit the movie though.
Yeah.
Like I don't see these movies having like a synth driven score.
No.
It wouldn't fit. Like if you had some like John Carpenter music playing over this shit, like it just wouldn't feel right. Because it's about a killer doll, man. You almost need those like little childlike twinkles and there's like stingers all in the right moments.
Do you know anything about this shoot? Was it tumultuous, or do you know?
I have no idea.
I mean, it looks like it would have been really fun.
They've never released any documentaries on this movie.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, and there's no like special features.
So they don't get any love?
No,
the series doesn't?
No. I mean, the special features on a lot of these discs are pretty light.
And that's sad.
I mean, anything I know about the movie's always kind of been researched on the internet. And...
Wow. Like, I just have to say Chucky is one of my favorites.
Yeah. I think we're about to see the death of Phil here. Jenny Agutter. She's fucking.
Well, you know, and
she's fucking hot.
well, what also made this effective is like Chucky can overpower a kid, you know, but when he
Yeah. Well, he can at least put up a good fight.
well, it makes it, I guess, believable that a dog could take out a kid.
Yeah.
But then also he's killing adults, so fuck it.
Yeah.
There went that hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse?
Yeah, whatever.
This is such a good fucking scene. I love it. Because the dude comes to the realization that Chucky is alive right before he fucking dies.
I'm having high amounts of anxiety watching this movie.
Really?
Oh, dude, yeah. Chucky really scares me, man. To this day.
Dude,
I guess I still have a scare for affinity to dolls. And, you know, my kids have them all the time. And, like, you know, sometimes the kid toys will come on and I just, like, get freaked out still. Probably all because of these fucking movies.
Dude, these movies are fun. Oh, dude, this part always kind of shook me to the core. When he tries to go up to her and she's like, "Get the fuck away from me." Oh, that's crazy, man. I like the angle too. The camera's like eye level. Yeah, that's a good scene.
Powerful.
Yeah, it's emotional. I mean, it's not just like your typical horror film where somebody dies and you know, and then it's back to business as usual. I mean, these movies strike emotional chords, you know, because you're always dealing with family members.
I know.
Dude, supposedly this movie was supposed to. It was originally supposed to be set around Christmas time.
Ooh, do you think that would have? What do you think that would have done to it?
I think that would have been pretty
interesting.
It'd been pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that would have been kind of cool.
There's something about holiday settings, you know, bringing families closer
Do
together.
you think it would have made it give that a little bit of like that Gremlins feel?
Yeah,
You know?
it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Totally. Yeah. Poor Jenny Agutter. Dude, her role was originally supposed to be played by Veronica Cartwright.
Who, the girl coming down the stairs? Or the mom?
The mom. Yeah. Remember, she was in Alien. And this chick right here, Grace Zabriskie, who most people will know from her work with David Lynch. She was on Twin Peaks, and she also was in that movie Wild at Heart. David Lynch's Wild at Heart. She played that fucking crazy bitch who was all up in Harry Dean Stanton's face. But she's...
Dude, I totally like that shot.
Yeah.
I was listening to you, but I was mesmerized by that little shot back and forth.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
had to
dude.
say that. That was awesome. I like the depth with the staircase. Was this sets?
Well,
or were these actual
if you
shot
notice,
on locations? Do you know?
No, I think they built sets. I mean, totally. It may have been shot on location, and that may have been the reason why they used such wide angle lenses. But I also think that you know, I don't know. I mean, with it being Universal, they probably built sets, but yeah,
Really good set design.
Yeah, I mean, just about every shot has this great depth of field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and I get when I'm as high as I am, I get like this, like I get drawn into the shots. The shots really draw me in.
Yeah,
and it is you're right. It's the depth.
yeah. Well, because you're seeing everything. I mean, if I had to guess, they were using probably. I mean, there was probably a lot of 14 millimeter, 8 millimeter lenses, maybe. I don't know, but there's this movie has a great depth of field. You're seeing every fucking thing. You know, even in the handheld shots earlier. But I think it gives this movie a really. It's a distinctive look. Like, you can almost say that this looks kind of like a Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah, you know what? I can totally feel that. I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel where you're going with that, G.
Do you hear me clucking, Big Chicken?
I do.
Yeah, dude, and talk about this scene. This is really stylish here. I love how when she's just swinging and she gradually just kicks up the body of Tommy.
The reveal.
Yeah.
And then she realizes he's not crazy. You know, he's...
Yeah. The little motherfucker ain't that crazy, after all.
Look at that shot. That's cool. I like how the shadows of leaves on her face.
Yeah.
Man, the score, dude. It gets my heart rate up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
It draws me in, man. When I hear a good score, it's like it just pulls you into the scene, and that was a little zoom there too, wasn't it?
May have been a slight dolly shot.
Okay.
These look like this is probably Steadicam right here.
Listen to that, man. Building the suspense, dude. That's what it is.
Yeah. And then we get some handheld action here.
For the franticness.
Yeah. Dude, this shit creeped me out when I was a kid.
I know.
I mean, when she goes up and she finds the foster mom by the, I think it's by the sewing machine. Yeah. It's fucking creepy, man. When she finds her body. Because I like how her character dies off screen.
I needed to get a tad bit of water for my dry mouth, but... Yeah, because it is.
Why is your mouth dry again?
I don't know. I'm really into this movie. Oh, look at this! Some behind the bar shots. I like those kind of shots.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. These movies just felt so real to me. I guess as a kid, I just so thought that this could just happen.
See, I guess that's where I differ. Like, I never thought there was any realistic tones to these movies. I just had fun with them. Like, I had a lot of fun. I was obsessed with Chucky. I drew him all the time. Like, I used to I would make Chucky sketches and I wanted to make my own horror movie one day that dealt with a doll.
I think everybody would like to be able to do that.
But it's like after Chucky, what can you do?
Yes.
There's nothing left.
You can't top Chucky.
Chucky has cornered the market.
I mean,
they tried.
I'm sorry, they tried with Annabelle, but it's not the same.
No, fuck Annabelle.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, no. And do you remember Dolly Dearest?
No.
That came out probably within a year or two of this movie. Dolly Dearest may have come out in like 93 or something, but it's like they were trying to ride on the coattails of Chucky, and it just didn't work. It was like a female doll.
Yeah. Chucky owns it.
Yeah.
He's monopolized the market on the doll.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with just Brad Dourif. Ugh, creepy. Creepy.
Oh, God. This gives me...
Fuck. I like how his fucking legs are just going ham.
Yeah. I know exactly what she's going through right now.
Yeah. So you've been attacked by a doll before?
No, but I've been attacked by like an 8-year-old kid when I was like younger.
Yeah.
It was like a 3rd grader or something. No, it was not even an 8-year-old. He tried choking me out, and I was having to run him into things.
His fucking legs were
It reminds me of this
like
scene.
Crazy.
Yeah, I see this scene. I lived through this scene. Oh,
yeah.
Listen to that music. That little. Was that a stinger? I guess that was a nice little pop with that. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to say I like the shot. This is so much better than the first one when it comes down to shooting.
On a technical level, yeah. I mean, you may be right. I mean, I'll agree with that as of right now. Until I go back and watch the first one, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, this one looks completely different from the first one, so.
Yeah. In a weird way, I also feel like I am watching Howard the Duck.
Man, Brad Dourif actually was not on the set at all when they were doing this movie. I mean, he may have visited a couple times.
He's probably just a voice actor.
But yeah, he did his lines beforehand.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and then so they had to match like Chucky's mouth to all of Brad Dourif's dialogue. I like this scene coming up, man.
Would you not like to own like that prop, like one of the animatronic Chuckies? Would that not be like a cool little thing to have?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't want that. Yeah, of course I would want it. But
I mean, yeah, I guess you do got other Chucky dolls.
Yeah, I do have my own little extensive collection.
But would that not be the
Chucky
best, like,
dolls.
awesome little thing to have?
Yeah, of course, dude.
Like that one right there.
Of course, you'd have to pay probably out the ass for it, but horror fans will probably recognize this fucking dude right here, the cop. He was in Puppet Master. He played the dude that got tied up on the bed in Puppet Master, and he got I think he got killed by Miss Leach.
Yeah, see, I'll have to own up. I don't know which Puppet Master movies I've seen. I can't say that I need to be swayed on how of a fan. Right now, I'm borderline. I don't know if I'm a fan of the Puppet Masters.
I'm not a big fan of them, but they are fun. They're fun movies for what they are.
It's like the first one I saw was, I think, The Curse, where the dude's like whittling him. So it's like I don't know which ones I've actually seen.
Curse of the Puppet Master was oh yeah. That's like part 6 or 7 or some shit. I don't know, but that was like real later in the series. But
and that may have affected my whole thing.
Yeah. But the cop was in the first Puppet Master. So yeah, it's weird, man. This movie, I guess the majority of it was filmed in Los Angeles and Pasadena and all that shit, but like it's supposed to be Chicago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I thought maybe there for a little bit, but now I don't get the feel. I guess I can kind of pick up on it.
Yeah. Dude, that Grace Zabriskie chick, she, I think Mary Steenburgen was supposed to play her.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah. I just can't picture Mary Steenburgen doing a movie like this, but...
That'd have been interesting.
Yeah.
Gotta admit. Hey, do you know, I wonder how many people it took to control Chucky. I bet there was like...
Oh, dude.
Probably 6 to 12 people.
Well, yeah, I mean, because they had to control the eyes, the face muscles, the fingers or whatever,
That would be a really cool job.
Yeah, it would be. Dude, this is when, like, in this movie, okay, like, Chucky has a personality in the first movie, but this one is where he really materializes.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Like, with the humor and,
it's his Freddy Part 3. He hit it on the second one.
He's talking about his, fucking women drivers and, it's, I don't know. This movie
He's frustrated in every way.
Yeah. What? This movie has a great sense of humor.
I mean, if you were Andy right now, what would you be, like, thinking?
Andy?
Mm-hmm. Like, if you were in Andy's shoes, would you be kind of freaking out right now?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
So you've lost your strength that Spunky did have from a minute ago?
Well, I mean, dude, if I was Andy... I mean, yeah, you're asking me if I would be scared of a doll trying to slit my fucking throat and take my soul.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. Yeah. Yeah. But you notice Kyle's not that scared of him. Like, she kind of fucks with him.
Yeah.
She doesn't...
She's bigger.
Yeah. It's like she's been down this road before. I mean, maybe not with killer dolls, but she's probably
had a rough man.
Yeah, she's had a rough upbringing. You can tell. Like, she ain't afraid of shit. I think Karen Black was supposed to play this.
Oh, that would have been
this role too. Not Christine Elise, but Grace Zabriskie there. Karen Black would have owned this fucking role. Not that this lady does a bad job, but this fucking death was cool too.
I know, dude. This is getting intense.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments where it gets really cool.
Yeah. Oh, because dude, he stabs the shit out of her, and then like she fucking smashes into the Xerox machine.
Dude, yeah, these death scenes would have been awesome to shoot.
Yeah.
That would have been so much fun.
Yeah. Chucky says, "Move your ass."
Here's a good thing to let me give you this. Who do you think is better in in dialogue or jokes? Chucky or Freddy?
I don't know.
Because Chucky's pretty good, man.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Freddy's got like what you would call Arnold Schwarzenegger type one-liners, where he's like, "Ah, fuck you," I got you. And Chucky's more of like a comedian. Chucky's a fucking comedian.
Yeah, I think I like Chucky's like the way his delivery, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or his style.
Yeah. Well, it all comes down to Brad.
I've also haven't seen this one in a long time, and I'm having so much fun.
So yeah, you're digging it.
Oh yeah, this.
Yeah, I think we're coming up on the Toy Factory too.
Yeah, no, the best.
Yeah, and dude, I think what was it, the Toy Factory? Yeah, the Toy Factory was supposed to be in the first movie.
Wow. Wonder why. Why? What happened?
Probably budgetary constraints. But also the murder of the teacher was supposed to be in the first movie too.
I'm glad they saved it for this one.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they didn't want to completely.
So is this like their Evil Dead 2?
Yeah, it's like they didn't want to completely blow their load in the first ones. They're like, dude, just save it for the sequel, man. Because, dude, you have to admit, after the first movie, it's like they knew they had a franchise.
They knew they were sitting on gold.
Yeah, they had struck gold with this, yeah. And it's still going today. Mm-hmm. I mean, as convoluted as it may be nowadays, I still like the Chucky series. Mm-hmm. And it
never went to space.
No, it hasn't gone to space yet, but don't jinx it.
And it hasn't made it to the hood yet.
No. Although, I don't know why they haven't put Chucky in the hood. They put Leprechaun in the hood. Oh, here's a fucking question for you. Who do you think would win in a fight? Chucky or Leprechaun?
Man, that's kind of hard because the Leprechaun is kind of magic and shit. You
Yeah.
know, so like,
but Chucky knows voodoo.
but
he could fucking play.
We don't ever see him do voodoo spells. We always just know he has that voodoo where he can take his soul.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a Chucky shooting voodoo hexes and shit.
No,
thank God.
But all he's got to do is put that motherfucking hand on your forehead and start, pulling a Damballa on you.
Why do at this point, after all the trouble he's gone through in 1 and 2 to get Andy,
yeah,
do you think you would just like find some sap on the side of the road and just go ahead and do it to them?
Yeah, it's I think in the first one it was kind of random, but then he got so attached to Andy, it became like, the ultimate adversary.
Well, like it was became, a kid, and he could be a kid and grow up and do everything all over again.
Mm-hmm. But it's in the third one, he does try for a different victim. Remember, he goes after Tyler, the little black kid at the military school.
Oh yeah, I guess I totally forgot that.
But Andy's kind of just like,
yeah, I would have probably just gone to like some drunk guy on the side of the street and been like, "Hey, dude, here's $100, or here's $1,000. Let me do this thing on you," and then I'm in a body. Because I think what's keeping why Chucky's so pissed off in this one is he's sexually frustrated.
Yeah, man, he wants to get out of that fucking doll so he can go fuck Tiff.
By the way, I think, speaking of that, wasn't that Jennifer Tilly? I hear it's her birthday today.
Oh, Jennifer Tilly's birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Said it was 60. I just don't believe that. She looks good if that's true.
She still looks pretty smoking hot for a 60-year-old lady. Yeah.
And she was awesome. She was cool seeing her in cult of Chucky. You know.
Yeah. She did. Yeah, she had a little cameo.
Yeah, she's in
There
there.
was like a lot of cameos in Cult of Chucky, man.
Yeah, it's like it brought a lot of the, it connected the series.
And they even brought Kyle back.
Mm-hmm.
They brought Kyle back. They brought fucking
I have to say I
Andy
like it.
back. Huh?
I guess I have to say I like the cult.
Cult of Chucky was good.
They had to amp it.
They
did amp it quite a bit.
Yeah, I've always said Cult of Chucky was like a Chucky movie that was directed by Samuel Fuller and David Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fucking weird and surreal, and there's ambiguity to Cult of Chucky, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they knew that they had to start expanding the story a little bit, because you can't just do the same shit in every movie.
Yeah, you got to up the ante.
Yeah.
Shit's about to go down. No.
Now, he's been in that body for too long.
So
I like this moment, though, because for a second you think that
it could have worked.
He may have transferred, yeah. No! Didn't he do like a no?
Yeah, I believe that was it.
Yeah.
I don't believe his hair. He's.
It's too late, so it's on now, motherfucker.
Dude, I have to say this has the best animatronics of any movie.
Oh yeah. It's pretty legendary. And I don't know why they don't do this shit. I guess like we were talking about earlier, it just costs too much money, and it's just easier to go CGI.
But it's not right. They don't ever really get the movements right.
No,
and it doesn't look like it's actually a physical thing. The lighting they always screw up on lighting a lot.
The lighting's off, yeah. And I don't know, to me, if you really wanted to cater to your fans, go with practical effects as much as you can, because that's what we all love. Dude, this reminds me of like fucking.
This would be scary.
This reminds me of like The Shining, where
yeah.
This is like the hedge.
Well, dude, I've been saying he's the kid from Shining, the whole movie.
Yeah,
it is. It's like the maze.
Dude, this is a fucking labyrinth of good guy dolls. Can you imagine like building this set, and how many fucking PAs and set decorators and shit had to work on this? Yeah.
Yeah, do you think this was the big budget part of this? Is this where they put the most of their money?
Yeah, this is probably where a huge chunk of the money went. And also, I mean, just some of the effects we're about to see. Like when Chucky gets all torn up and shit. And
I don't know if you said, did she go on to do anything? What was she in? Oh, you said, was it Melrose Place?
Well, she was on Beverly Hills 90210. And I believe directed a couple episodes. Hasn't done much though. I think she's done some TV, but her career never took off.
Dude, I bet that was a fun ride to shoot that shot as a kid going down that.
Yeah. Dude, this part right here was suspenseful.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting anxiety right now. The music, the clanking of the knife, and like it's a little kid. It makes if it wouldn't work if it was a full grown adult. So it's the whole kid
Yeah. Yeah, Andy's pretty vulnerable,
Yeah, he's pissed now. Man, this movie's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I was reading where the producer David Kirshner, it's weird that he produced these movies. I don't know if he produced all of them.
Why is it weird?
Because I found out that he like was a producer for like An American Tale, like Fievel Goes West.
Oh, dude. Hey, look,
He was-
you went cartoon on me. I appreciate that. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Yeah, and he produced the Flintstones and like Curious George and
Wait,
all
what Flintstones? The Flintstones live action?
the
with
live
John-
action movie.
Oh, God.
But it was crazy. Like when I found that out, he hasn't done a lot of horror. He's produced these Child's Play movies, but for the most part, he's done like kid movies and family friendly films.
Man, how cool. This would have been so cool to shoot. I would have loved to have been in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he upgrades. Up in the ante. He's like, I've got to go lethal.
Yeah. I think this is the part where he kind of jams it into his wrist, and then he's like, I hate kids.
Dude, I'm going to go home tonight, and I'm going to see nothing but dolls, my kids' dolls all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to sleep. Like, Critters really terrified me, too. Like, I can remember seeing Critters at my house after seeing the movie Critters.
So it's like basically small creatures that you have a fear of.
Animatronics.
Yeah, dude, I wanted one of these Chucky dolls so fucking bad when I was a kid.
Yeah, I know. And you've got them now, and they scare the shit out of me every time I see them.
I always like the death of this guy coming up, the plant technician. It's like they had to.
Is he the eyeballs?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like they had to throw one more victim in there.
This is epic. This is almost like the ending of Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. I know, man.
And they're in the Acme factory.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, like when like Roger and Jessica Rabbit are like tied up, and then fucking Judge Doom is in there, and it's spraying the goddamn,
Whatever that, yeah.
Tune dip everywhere.
Dip, yeah. Yeah, he's the guy that like it was ready to go home, or the repair guy, and he's like got to go repair it, and just gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, that would just suck, Man, the music. I'm getting off on the music over here. I really love orchestrated music.
Yeah. Kind of has a Bernard Herrmann feel to it. It's very epic, and it has all like just the right amount of crescendos.
Well, if I had to break it down, how people do like the synth stuff. That comes in second over orchestra for me.
Well, I mean, that's classical music. That's how movies first started. And I mean, I like synth music, but I think it has to fit the movie. If this were directed by John Carpenter, it'd be a completely different fucking movie, and it would have his music all over it, and it would just be something completely different. But yeah, they went with a classical score for this movie. I just wish Chucky would have a theme.
Yeah,
I mean, fuck, even Gremlins had a theme.
Could you give him? Oh, really? Could you? I wonder. It'd be interesting if somebody could try to make a theme for Chucky.
But it's too late now. It's too late.
I don't know. I kind of like the.
I do like at the beginning of part 4 how remember the opening credits. Bride of Chucky.
Okay.
The opening credits. They opened it up with Rob Zombie's Living Dead Girl. Do you remember that? that was fucking sick.
Man, you notice how shit just kind of completely just goes wrong for him while he's going after these two kids?
Yeah. Oh, dude, he gets fucked up. This is probably the most fucked up Chucky gets. I mean, he gets all melted, and he's missing his hand. He gets melted. He gets incinerated. He gets like a goddamn air compressor hose hooked to him or some shit.
You know how painful this would be for him? Like,
oh yeah. I wonder how he feels pain though. Because
Well, he's getting melted. You know,
Well, it's his fucking soul, though. It's his soul. Like, how does he feel this shit?
I don't know. Maybe souls have like central nervous system. He bleeds, so I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the longer he's in the body,
he starts to become a little human.
Yeah.
The body becomes organic, I guess.
But he just won't fucking die, though. That's one thing I liked about part 2. Is that he just keeps coming back.
Yeah, it's voodoo, man. Voodoo.
Like, every time you think he's dead in this one, he just keeps coming back. I guess they kind of did that in the first one, too, but I remember seeing this when I was a kid and really thinking that it was over. And he just kept fucking coming back. Oh, shit. God, he's still coming. No fucking legs, and he's still coming.
I know, dude. I'm in shock right now. I'm kind of terrified. I think I might be a little too high, where it's like, this movie's giving me anxiety. I'm freaking out over here, man. No.
I'm freaking out, man.
No,
I'm fucking.
Chucky really amps you.
Yeah, I'm fucking transfixed, dude. I'm locked into this movie.
This movie's really good.
Of course, that's why we picked it. I was in the mood for a good movie tonight.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I hate to say it. No, I don't. This is my favorite. It has to go 2. It has to go 2-1 for me. It goes 2-1 for me.
Yeah. Well, and we'll have to elaborate on that in the review section, because I really want to hear your thoughts.
Man, this.
I mean, because the whole time, like, this movie's been giving me an orgasm.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, and I mean, it's great.
So, dude, you look like that in your pants right now?
Yeah. Exactly, man. And my dick is, my little wormy dick is slinging around like that.
Oh, whoa.
But hell, I have to say, even right here, it's not over, right?
Oh, I can't remember.
I think he comes back one more time.
Yeah, because you don't. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
because you almost think he's like melted, and it's kind of like.
Yeah, here he goes. Yeah, looking like fucking Quado from Total Recall. He does. Don't you think he looks like that dude from Total Recall?
I don't know, dude. I'm terrified right now.
Open your mind.
I'm too scared right now. I'm.
Open your mind.
Oh, this is cool.
Open your mind. I'm sorry. There we go.
Dude, that's so awesome.
Death by compressed air.
Oh, dude, this is the best.
Yeah. Damn. Chunks of Chucky everywhere.
I gotta admit, though, they do bring him back believable in the third one.
Yeah.
Where they melt all this down. Isn't that the one where they melt it all down?
Yeah, interestingly enough, this ending coming up right here, because this version, it ends pretty much with them walking off and credits start rolling over this shot right here, I think. But in the original cut, or maybe it's on the USA Network version, they have a scene that comes after this where it shows it shows them in the factory, and they're reconstructing Chucky. And you remember how at the beginning of part 3 they showed how he came back,
wasn't in like the dip, and they were melting it down.
It was mixed with his blood and everything, and then they show like his face materializing, and that was supposed to happen in this one, which I'm kind of glad they didn't end it that way. They
allowed them to open it up in the third one.
Yeah, because part 3's got a pretty strong opening, where his face kind of it finally forms, you know, and then he just starts fucking yelling at the camera. But
Dude,
yeah,
I think it was like 5, 10, 11 puppeteers.
yeah, it was stunt coordinator Dick Warlock. Nice. Dick Warlock is Michael Myers in Halloween 2.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. But yeah, that was Child's Play 2. We're watching the credits right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that this movie just made me completely blow my fucking load,
Well,
like it always does. But I will say that I haven't enjoyed this movie as much as I enjoyed it tonight.
really.
Like, oh man, I mean, I've seen this movie before, but for some reason,
It's been a while since I've seen this one, so this was great.
and I think that's what makes it better. Like when you step away from these movies for a little while, and then you go back to them, you see how, you know, how much fucking fun they are.
That's why they still are relevant today.
Yeah, oh, they're very relevant, and the series hasn't really completely died. Now, if they start doing that fucking TV show, and if they remake the first one, you know, whatever, it's gonna get tired after a while. But as of right now, I feel like it's still going pretty.
I would
strong.
only watch the main guy one. I would if he does one for after.
Oh, Don Mancini.
Yeah, he did his. Like honestly, if they do remake it, I'm okay. I might see it, but I'm gonna probably. It's probably not gonna do it for me.
And the only reason why they're fucking doing that is because MGM still has the rights to the first one. You know, because Universal picked up all the subsequent movies. You know,
You're right.
And you know, but I was looking at a story.
I'd be more interested in the TV series than I would that remake.
Man, I don't want to see a fucking TV series. Like that's Chucky overload, man. I mean,
I see. All right, I'm at least interested in it, but do I think they'll do it justice? But
man, I was gonna say, you know, I was talking about MGM United Artists, how they have the first one.
Yeah.
You know, they basically sold the property rights to like Universal to do all the sequels, because at that time they thought that they were being bought out by this company called Kintex or something.
Yeah.
So they went ahead and sold the rights. They sold the property, even though the first Chucky movie was, you know, monetarily successful. I guess MGM United Artists thought they were about to be bought out, so they gave the shit to Universal. But then Kintex, the company, like reneged on the deal. Mm-hmm. So it was like they completely got fucked.
Dang.
And yeah, I mean, because MGM could have kept these movies going, but yeah.
Well, okay. You want me to start, or are you going to start?
Yeah, I guess we're going to go into the review section, and yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts first.
I don't see anything wrong with the fucking movie.
Okay, so
I don't see anything.
I mean, you're just putting it out there.
I don't see anything. I love the shots. You know, with me, it's about the image.
Yeah.
Like sometimes story, I just let story wash over me.
Yeah.
But like the images in here were just amazing. Like it. While I was watching this, you know, I was getting transfixed, and I was having to remind myself, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be talking about this movie.
Yeah.
You know, and the score, I was blown away by it.
Yeah.
I like good scores, man.
So you're a fan.
I used to play in an orchestra. I played trombone in in high school orchestra and stuff. So I like classical orchestrated music.
Well, yeah. I mean, look up that Graham Revell dude's career. He's done a lot of fucking scores for a lot of good movies.
You know, and the animatronics were freaking amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and not only that, like, you know, in the first one, he's kind of hidden there for a while, so you just kind of see the shoes running around. This is like Chucky in your face, well lit, and they make a really believable animated doll.
Yeah.
And, you know,
yeah.
And you've got the actors were freaking awesome. Set design was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, just aesthetically, I guess, pleasing to my eye. And
it's not an ugly movie at all.
And it was fun. I like the dialogue, the characters.
It seems very meticulously composed.
Yeah.
Like every shot had a fucking purpose in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it was like a Kubrick movie almost. I kept referring to the Shining.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people are influenced by Kubrick. I mean, you'll probably see a lot of that.
But I like that. I like to see that stuff.
Yeah. So for your popcorn kernel rating,
Dude. Oh man, it may be the Weed Rush, but dude, I'm gonna have to give it a 5. I don't see anything. I can't, unless you can show me a flaw. I don't see a flaw. I don't see a flaw in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, hey man, that's 5 is great. I mean, if you enjoy it that much, that's
I can't find a flaw.
That's awesome. No, I mean, there's not a lot of flaws. I mean, in the story there may be a few flaws, but it's I mean, because as stylish as it is, I'm just going to go ahead and go into my review here.
Yeah, no. Give me your take. I want to hear your take.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would have to say my popcorn kernel rating for this movie is 3.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is still good. Still good. You know,
Oh man, you need some of this, man.
yeah, I know. I should have gotten high.
Should I put?
I think
that is a 5 with the popcorn kernel with a green leaf beside it.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think I caught a contact high though.
I mean, this. Okay, so a 3.5.
But
okay,
I'll tell you why. I
want to know.
I don't. You know, the whole foster family thing was kind of thrown in there, pretty much at the behest of David Kirshner and you know, Don Mancini. I still feel like he was still developing himself as a writer, and they were, you know, when you watch the first film and then you go to this one, they're two completely different films, and I still haven't decided if I like this movie more than the first one. I'd have to go back and watch the first one to be able to decide that. But no, from a technical standpoint, this movie is solid. I mean, it's fucking solid. You know, the cinematographer, you know, who had worked with Tim Burton, just the fact they got him to do this movie, it's a beautiful film.
Well,
this is very
well. The Foster Family almost came across as a Tim Burton feel. It may have been the shot selections, but I don't know. I kind of liked it. It was like the Wicked, like kind of. I don't know. Yeah. I think it worked.
Yeah, it works. I just don't think this movie's a standout when it comes to some of the story elements. You know, the acting's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's great. You know, and I think the acting from Alex Vincent as Andy is definitely better in this one than it was in the first one. It's actually probably a little more nuanced. And I would say Christine Elise makes a good heroine, but she doesn't have just that fucking charisma. You know, she does what she has to do to survive.
Okay.
But you know, and those aren't like palpable flaws, really. I mean, I'm just, you know, because overall I would just say that this movie is very enjoyable, but I can't put it up in the pantheon of just great horror films. And I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Yeah. But I mean, dude, Child's Play 2, though, I will say that it is one of the best sequels ever in any fucking horror franchise.
Oh, it's the best. I can't. Well, what about Aliens?
Well, you're talking about,
dude. No, that's sequels.
Well, I don't put this up there with James Cameron's Aliens.
but
no, not at all. But this movie's still fucking good, man. I'm just, you know, 3.5 popcorn kernels is good. It's good. This is above average. This is a great movie. It's not quite a 4. It fucking almost gets. Man, I'd even say 3 3/4. Okay, this is 3 7/8. 3 15/16. Just not even. Just not.
Just give it that other pop.
Yeah, just not a full blown 4.
Oh,
I just can't do it. You know, but I mean, because this isn't like, I don't know. It's not a masterpiece of a film, but it's a solid, meticulously composed film. I would say yes. You made some good points about the cinematography, and that's one thing I was talking about through this whole thing is just how beautiful these shots are. Like I couldn't even get away from that. I kept thinking like, oh god, this photography is great. Never once did I even talk about the performances. Really, the characters are kind of there to serve the plot, but you really know nothing about them. Even the character of Andy is not very fleshed out as well as he could be. I think like you see growth from the first movie to the second movie, but I think that's just because of his age. Um, I would have to say Chucky is the star of this movie. He's the star. So in a sense, you're rooting for Chucky. But then again, I think that's what makes this movie great. I mean, even the tagline was "Sorry, Jack, Chucky's back." It's they knew they had a star. They knew they had somebody who could be up there with the status of say Robert Englund as Freddy. Chucky's fucking legendary. He really is. But yeah, I mean that's
fucking
kinda,
Chucky.
yeah,
Fucking Chucky.
Chucky, fucking Chucky.
I mean, I'll accept your 3.5 with a humbled
Yeah.
bow.
I mean,
but,
and like I said, if you want to round it off to 3 and 15/16,
oh no,
I just can't go.
you're undecided. You're undecided.
No, I'm just saying it's not a 4.
Oh man,
It's not a 3 and it's not a 4.
man.
So you gotta go in between there. And
this was a 5. This is a 5.
I mean, I will wholeheartedly disagree with you there, but I respectfully disagree because I know how much you enjoy this, and I enjoy it too. And I would have to say on an entertainment level, and I don't even like doing this, but on an entertainment level, this is a 5. This is a 5-star movie. Like if I was a kid,
can you imagine seeing this in the theater?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If I was a kid, like in 1991, I would have been 9 years old. But that was the first time I saw it was on VHS. But yeah, seeing it in a theater, being 9 years old, I would have been like, "Mom, this is a goddamn," and I probably would have cussed too, but I'd be like, "Mom, this is a goddamn 5-star movie," But as I've gotten older and I've analyzed this movie more and more. I mean, it's a sequel to a movie that is already kind of, I don't want to say subpar, but these movies aren't perfect. I mean, there's flaws here and there. And I think most of it, and you want to know one of my biggest complaints about it, story-wise, is the fact that they completely wrote out
his mom.
You
mentioned that earlier.
And they were supposed to have
I'll give you that.
They were supposed to have a scene at the beginning that dealt with like a court hearing, and they were going to bring back Catherine Hicks and sort of elaborate on that. And she chose not to do the fucking role. And that to me was one of the greatest things about the first one, was that dynamic between mother and son.
Mother and daughter.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
Yeah. And I guess in this, you have Christine Elise, who is somewhat of the maternal character. But I really never feel like there's a true bond between them, because even at the end of the movie, you have her say something like, "Oh, Andy, I have no idea where home is," and then she tells him earlier in the second act of the film or something, she's like, "The only person you can count on is yourself," and there's a very there's sort of a cold feeling with this movie. It's like, you can't count on anybody. You're just going to have to survive.
You're going to end up being alone.
Yeah.
Don't trust anybody.
Yeah,
sour.
And I guess in a sense that makes Andy somewhat tougher. It makes him more of a resilient character when he's
in boot camp.
His fucking soul's about to be taken by this doll. But I mean,
okay, and look at the cover art here on this screen. Like,
yeah,
that was on the cover, right?
Yeah,
that's the epic. The best cover art ever.
It is. I think I have it on a T-shirt, as a matter of fact. But
I'd
yeah,
like
that
have that
I think
poster.
I'd love to get the poster. I wonder if they still have that somewhere, like the original, folded one. Like the original one sheet. But But yeah, so that sums up your thoughts.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm completely blown away right now.
Okay, you're going with the full 5 popcorn
Oh
kernels.
yeah,
I'm going.
this beats Freddy, dude. I think I've decided I like Chucky movies better than Freddy movies tonight.
Okay. Hey, that's
That's a bold statement because
that
I've
is
liked
a very bold statement.
because I've loved Freddy. I've defended Freddy his whole life, but like I do, I guess, have affinity for the doll horror. But this is it, though. None of the other doll ones do it. Dollhouse, Puppet Masters, they just don't do it like this.
I mean, well, what if Chucky and Freddy got into a fight though?
Oh, dude, let's campaign for that for a movie.
It'll never happen, but
You never know now with how they're doing all these
I mean,
universe shit.
Freddy would fuck this motherfucker up, man. I mean, I know. I mean, but Chucky's awesome. I mean, he puts up a good fight, but he never kicks ass.
So
I've never seen Chucky kick ass.
Here's the thing, though. Freddy wouldn't even see Chucky. He's going to just see a doll and not think it. And Chucky's just going to sneak up behind him.
I mean, yeah, maybe. See, Chucky is sneaky because he's so fucking small. But, you know, dude, all Freddy has to do is get in your fucking dreams and you're done.
But can he get into dreams of the doll?
Hey, as long as you got a fuking soul.
You dream?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need a brain to dream.
I would say Chucky has dreams, sure.
I don't know. I've never seen him sleep. Have you?
No. Chucky never sleeps. But yeah, that was Child's Play 2. An excellent fucking sequel. Like I said,
that's nonstop, dude. As soon as that's almost like Wolf Creek. Once they put on the pedal, it never stops.
Yeah, it's a relentless ride. It is. It is.
And so they do good suspense.
Yeah, and there's no like earlier when he goes into the fucking house. You know, you don't even know how he got in there. It's like he's like Max Cady, like Robert De Niro in Cape Fear. You don't know how he got in the fucking house. He just got in the house.
Dude, it's Charles Lee Ray, man. That dude's like...
It's that shot that you were talking about where the camera just kind of pans around and all of a sudden he's down there by the stairs. It's like you don't need to know how he fucking got in. He just got in.
That just amps the fear up, man.
Yeah.
That gives him that street cred.
Yeah. I would say Chucky's got major street cred, man. That's why I really think...
that's why I have one of my favorite shirts is him. Granted, it is from part 3, but...
Yeah.
I need to get me a part 2 shirt.
Yeah. But man, that... I really think, speaking of street cred, Chucky does need to go to the hood. I think it's time for him to go. It's time for him to go to the hood. Leprechaun went to the hood.
Say so. Your love
Chucky, dude, can you imagine? I mean, he was already smoking weed in Bride of Chucky. Like, he needs to be hanging out with some G's. And
well, that means he's gonna have to get away from Tiffany.
Dude, Chucky needs to do his own rap song.
What? No. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
I want to see Chucky go to the hood, man. I'm not saying it'd be a good movie.
No,
but
I would rather see Chucky versus Leprechaun.
Well, yeah, I'd love to see that.
Or Chucky versus Tiffany.
I'd love to see that in the hood.
Dude, what if it was like Chucky, the divorce, and it was like Tiffany and him trying to kill each other?
Yeah. Oh,
and
dude.
and people were innocent bystanders in between their like.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, call it the divorce of Chucky.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be the tits.
And Glen/Glenda shows up.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, where the fuck is Glenda? How come they haven't brought Glen/Glenda back?
They have to.
I mean, I actually thought that
do
was
it in
a
the
good
divorce.
character.
It's the divorce is all over the child custody of Glen/Glenda.
Yeah,
and like Glen wants to be with the mom and Glenda wants to be with the dad.
I mean, dude, they just completely wrote that.
We just gave them the whole story right there for a sequel.
Yeah, exactly. But they just completely wrote that whole character out of the series, didn't they?
Yeah, and I was so waiting for him. I had seen rumors on the internet that he was going to make an appearance in.
That he was going to come back
in Cult, and I was kind of devastated. But then again, that also is my least favorite seed. So,
and I mean, dude, I would say that like the heart and soul of this series really is Don Mancini. Mm-hmm. I mean, without him, we wouldn't have any of these movies. Tom Holland did a great job on the first one directing, and I think he co-wrote. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to just the whole legacy of Chucky, Don Mancini's really kept the blood flowing through the veins, so to speak. I mean, yeah, great movie, I mean, great sequel, great series, great overall series. There's some that I don't like as much as others, but I would have to say this.
It doesn't die off like the other series do.
No,
Jason falls off into Manhattan. Freddy does his thing.
yeah,
Michael kind of holds his own, maybe.
yeah.
No. But
I mean,
Chucky's really don't.
To me, they've stayed consistent.
I may not like 3, but it's still good. It's
Yeah,
just it's not. It's just
And I like 3 because it's part of the. It's like the closing chapter of the Child's Play series, because to me you have the Child's Play series, and then you have the Chucky series.
Yeah.
It became something different when Bride of Chucky came out.
Yeah.
They became comedies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now they did kind of go back to the horror route with, Curse, but sometimes these movies are like Swiss cheese. The plot, they have some plot holes here and there.
I accept them.
Yeah, there's inconsistencies, but overall, man, I mean, yeah, for those who haven't seen Child's Play 2, get on it.
Oh my god, yeah! If you haven't,
it's fucking great. I mean, it's just
everybody has to see this movie.
Yeah, such a great sequel.
I think people that don't like horror movies would like this.
Yeah.
This is one that I think you can get a date night with, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can cuddle up with a girl with this one for sure.
Well, people just need to see this. It's just cool.
Yeah, we highly recommend it. Our ratings don't agree with each other, but we both recommend the fuck out of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So check it out, and
thanks for listening.
Yeah, that pretty much concludes tonight's episode of Popcorn on the Macabre. So this is Dick sitting here with the Chatterer.
Thanks. Good night, guys.
And we're signing the fuck out, guys. See ya.